What's up, guys? We're back for another one here, and we're going to tell you why 100 venture capitalists are now openly supporting Kamala Harris, the Democratic Party candidate for the United States of America. So, guys, this is going to be a jam-packed episode. Cue the intro. Let's run it.
In this election, we each face a question. What kind of country do we want to live in?
All right, guys, so before we get into the meat of potatoes, guys, connect with me on TikTok, connect with me on LinkedIn. You know, we're slowly scaling up and all these other good things. So first, who is Kamala Harris? Well, she was born in 1964. You know, she got her JD from Howard University, and she's the daughter of an Indian and Jamaican immigrant who's always grown up with a very strong emphasis on civil service and social justice. So one of her first careers in politics was as the Alameda County District Attorney's Office, which turned into the San Francisco District Attorney's Office, and finally she was elected as the Attorney General of California. She spent some time in Senate in 2016, and she was the Vice President under the Biden-Harris administration. And now, due to a slew of events, Biden is out, Harris is in, and this is where we kind of got to what we're at today. Now, before we get into the meat of the potatoes, why is it important that these big investors have an opinion on the president? Well, the president's type of flavor for policies are going to impact everything from startups to technology to deregulation to benefiting things for startups becoming profitable and all these other things. Now, her limited experience, right? She's always advocated, for example, for her time in Senate. She supported efforts to break up large tech monopolies and make fair competition for the tech industry. That's important because startups are just getting off the ground and the barrier to entry is always high anyway. So she has that with antitrust. She wants a lot of regulation and oversight. She supports technological innovation and privacy laws as well. So with that being said, a lot of the same flavor when she was in Senate, and she probably wants to continue the theme going into her presidency if she gets elected. So guys, now let's get to the meat of the potatoes, guys. 100 venture capitalists have open support for Kamala Harris. How did we get to this? Well, some of these include people like, Reid Hoffman of Greylock, Vinod Khosla, Mark Cuban, shout out to the Goat in Texas, by the way, co-Mavericks, and all these other things. They are mobilizing what's called the VCsforKamala movement. Now, before we kind of get into this, they're soliciting donations for the Harris campaign, but the organizer says that the efforts isn't meant to align with any political party. So they support her not because she's a Democrat, but because they think what she can do for the United States is very beneficial. So let's get some exact quotes before we kind of have the overview as well. So it says, "We believe that the strong, trustworthy institutions are a feature, not a bug, and that our industry and every other industry would collapse without them." So this is from one of the many investors through VCs with Kamala. So also there's been a lot of open letter tech workers campaigns like TechforKamala, aiming to push back against the notion that Silicon Valley was largely embraced because of President Donald Trump. Talk about smear campaign, but we're going to get to that in just a second. Now, on the opposite side, you have people like Andreessen Horowitz and Elon Musk supporting Trump because of the AI and crypto spaces. And then you have a lot of these bigger Democrats supporting Kamala Harris for other types of reasons as well. It's just how they see each candidate would be able to impact them to a certain degree. So with that being said, her experience with Silicon Valley is actually very, prominent. She's hosted 4 tech CEOs, Sam Altman, Dario Amodei, Satya Nadella, and Sundar Pichai at the White House to share concerns about the potential risk of AI, and this is pretty recent. She advocated for the breakup of Meta and all these other things, right? And if we're going to go straight directly to the BCs for Harris, as you can see, this is a grassroots effort, first, headed by the general partner of Graham and Walker Fund, Leslie Binzang, and all of these companies right here, right? All of these general partners, all of these big names, there's a representation of about 150 billion in combined what's called assets under management to support her and support her presidency. So going back, right, there's been times in her career where she's drew a lot of praise from financial tech support. We're going to include Box CEO Aaron Levi, Mark Banoff, Sheryl Sandberg, Joni Ive, Hoffman, Lauren Powell, venture capitalist John Doerr, and all these other things. And this just kind of proves that when it comes to the presidential race here, people like Kamala Harris and people are like Donald Trump are going to spend different types of opinions because they're going to want to be voted for policies that can impact them as well. Silicon Valley historically has been one of the biggest producers of venture capital outside of New York and other entities, and they pride themselves on being the nexus of innovation and all these other things. And the fact is, Kamala Harris started out by giving proactive approaches to technology and privacy issues, especially in the tech space, and people want to see more of that robust framework as president. So guys, with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next one. I wanted to make this a little bit shorter, but just know that Kamala Harris is getting a lot of attention from Silicon Valley in the investing scene, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.